had this Mercedes for over a month now, maybe a month and a half, and honestly, this car is just great. Now I'm gonna admit, I'm not the best S-Class owner. There were quite a few things that, well, I should have fixed and haven't done a single thing. And honestly, some other things started to break. For example, this, well, I cannot access the boot right now, so that's gone. So apart from, you know, the issues that I haven't fixed, like, you know, wheel balancing, stereo not working, windshield wipers not working, there's probably something else that I'm missing. The car's great. Like, when it comes to just driving and enjoying the car, it is so much fun. Now, by no means the car is sporty. Like, when I mean fun to drive, it is just cruising. For cruising, this is such a perfect car. You know, when I want to go out, you know, and, you know, drive a tiny bit, and by saying drive, I mean drive, you know, most of the time I hop into my Mustang, which is also not really fit for the job, but it's definitely better than this. But honestly, driving this car is just perfect. It starts like a charm every single time. No issues with that, not once. But right now, I guess let's go cruising for a bit. The gearbox also works great. The engine works great. So I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know what is making that sound. It's either power steering or something with brakes. I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know what's making this noise. So I own this Mercedes for like what, like, as I said, like maybe over a month now, something like that. And I have driven it, I think, like 300 or 400 kilometers. So not really a lot. But considering that the previous owner had this car for 2.5 years and drove it, I think maybe 2,000 kilometers, like, keeping this car in a garage and not driving it is honestly a crime. Cars like these are, like, at least in my mind, cars like that are supposed to be like well kept and well maintained, which I'll admit I'm not really doing that, but they are supposed to be driven. Like, I don't really understand people who look at cars as investments, unless you're like, you know, have a hypercar or something. But like, you're supposed to drive cars, you're supposed to enjoy cars, not just, you know, have them in the garage because you're scared of, you know, getting you know, rock chips or you know, or door bumps. You know, like, cars are meant to be driven. And this one is just like, just the vibe you feel driving it, just even in silence. Like, this is, you know, one unfortunate thing is that when I purchased this car, I think maybe 2 weeks later, a car came on sale, which is the exact same model, that had a leather interior and it had a V8, a 4.2 liter. So a month of owning the car, would I recommend it? Well, I think a month is not enough for me to tell that. Maybe after, you know, a half a year, the car is gonna start falling apart and I'm gonna need to spend a lot of money to get it back on the road and such and such. But after a month, and you know, I haven't driven it that much, but after a month, definitely, you know, it's not fast. Like, it depends on what you're looking for. But if you're looking for a comfortable, big, classic cruiser, like, this is perfect. I don't really know any other car that I could recommend for like this. You know, if you want to drive fast, if you want to do that, well, this is not it. But cruising, this is, I guess, king of the road. Now, honestly, another funny thing about this car is that when I was looking for a car, I was looking for, like, I love Mercedes, old Mercedes. You know, I have a broken down E-Class that I'm still working on, hoping to get it back on the road. But I was looking for 190, which is basically one of the first C-Class Mercedes. I wanted something light and with a manual gearbox. And I don't know, I started looking for it. They were much cheaper than this. I saw this, and I don't know why and how it got my attention, but I fell in love with it. And I said, fuck it. I'm not getting the 190, I'm getting this. So honestly, I'm happy with my purchase. You know, I still want something light with a manual gearbox, so I could, you know, just jump into corners quickly, you know, have fun, just basically just fun messing around. But this is a great purchase.